Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out another game from the LD29 competition, again with the theme of Beneath the Surface. This is The Dead Rest Beneath Us, a very dramatic name I must say, and a very morbid game in fact, and this is by developer Florian Veltman. What we're going to be doing here is there are 4 scenarios, each one of those sort of like a little micro game. Think something maybe like WarioWare Inc., only involving someone in a life or death sort of predicament, and your goal is to try and drag them out of that thing. Again, I warn you, a little bit on the sensitive side, perhaps if you're someone who maybe isn't totally into morbid depictions of gruesome deaths. I mean, not that there's necessarily a lot of blood involved, but they're definitely not nice things to think about anyway. So why don't I start with Chapter 1, and we'll see if we have any success on this one. Here we go! Chapter 1, Save Me, I'm Buried Alive, Get Me Out. So we can click and drag this physics-enabled coffin, and we only have 15 seconds to try and drag it out of this hole as it's filling up with water. And it doesn't look good for our coffin denizen. Oh, I'm trying to drag it in every direction, and no luck, unfortunately. So suffocating, why didn't you save me? And a skull drops down to indicate that we've got 1 death so far out of the 4. I guess I could keep playing the same one over again until we get success, but I believe it's more intended for you to play 1 chapter into the next. Save me, get me above the water. So we've got someone who's got the old cement shoes dropped to the bottom of a lake or something like that. And they've only got a few seconds to try and get dragged up and out, and I'm not really sure where the key point here is to drag, but I'm trying to do my best to grab the base of this, and it's looking like the water might be near the surface. Oh, we might actually be able to do this one. It's moving away. Oh, the waves are not going to be kind to us here, are they? It looks like it's way easier than I drown, my children never get to see me anymore. That's such a sad way to say that. Yeah, the way it looks is kind of like it's going to be possible, and I think it's maybe designed to tease you, because I'm not even sure if any of these scenarios are possible, and I have actually played through this just once. It's a super short game, and I definitely enjoyed the presentation. It was quite creative, albeit, again, morbid and rather macabre, but, you know, sometimes you're in the mood for something like that. Save me, I can't feel my legs. We've got 25 seconds to drag this poor miner who's been buried in rubble out of this scenario. I'm not sure if there's even a way. Like, I'm just pulling this guy around like he's a rag doll, trying to get him to free himself, and it does not look like I'm making any headway whatsoever. I can't pick and drag the rocks, unfortunately, or I would have tried that already, too. But I must say, each of the scenarios is pretty well realized. There's a good bit of detail on each one of these. 3 skulls now. You know, there's the little things like the waves moving around in the last one, the rain filling up the pit, the light on the miner's helmet, like all of those little things do complement it rather well. In Chapter 4, please, my wheelchair got stuck on some railroad tracks, and this is the one that felt like there was absolutely nothing to be done. You have almost no time, and you do not seem to move. Why me? I just wanted to see the sea. It's not fair, is it? Well done. Very well done, young one. Everyone died. You have accomplished your task as my assistant. So you find out, beneath the surface, you were actually Death's accomplice in this particular case, and that kind of makes it a little bit on a meta level quite creative, doesn't it? You know, each one of these individual things beneath the surface, there was something to be said for it. The characters themselves ended up beneath the surface in one way or another, and then, of course, we are also looking at a bigger story than we're actually thinking we were being exposed to on each one of those. So thank you for playing. I think that was very well done. Definitely, like I said, macabre, but again, if you don't mind, you know, the individual details and the presentation style were very cohesive. The music also complements it rather well, and I like that we have this persistent thing going on, this theme throughout, that immediately is completely abandoned when we get to that final moment, so we can focus on the fact that there's just clapping of bony hands. I'd really like to see what happens if we could save one of these people. I feel like it's possible with this, but I just can't quite get the right angle or something. Ugh. Why didn't you save me? I love that there's like an accusatory tone each time when you don't do it properly, too. Like, the people are sort of angry at you. I mean, I don't know why they expect me to necessarily be able to save them, but, you know, I guess rightfully so. If they know I'm trying, why couldn't I be better, right? Anyway, there's not a whole lot else to be said, unfortunately. It's such a short presentation, but I think for an LD game designed in 48 hours, very well done. Definitely up there, one of the better ones that I've seen. The art style, the cohesive design, the execution, and, you know, the feeling of paralysis in that your character is rather ineffectual on influencing the outcome definitely tugs on the heartstrings a little bit, plays to your emotions, and puts you in a position where you just feel kind of frustrated, like you wish you could do more, and then you find out, well, maybe I was supposed to not be able to do more, so... there's a twist where I thought there wasn't even going to be a twist, and I appreciate that. So with that, I will let you go for another day. If you want to try The Dead Rest Beneath Us yourself, you can. It is totally free. You can play it right in your browser. There's going to be a link in the description of this video if you want to. Go check it out, and let me know what you think in the comments, of course. I do encourage any kind of discussion on this. If you have any particular ideas or perspective on this game itself, feel free to chime in. I'd love to hear from you. Pretty much whatever you have to say, positive, negatives, anywhere in between is all good. And please do come back again tomorrow. New episodes of Indie Impressions go up every single day, so if you enjoyed what you saw today, consider leaving a like on the video, and do stop by again tomorrow for another one. Every single day, a new artistic, original, or unique indie game will be shown off here, so I look forward to seeing you again. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a fantastic night. So I'll talk to you next time. Later, everybody.